Hello, friends. In 1990, while I was working with the police, I recall a tragic story shared by the then DGP of Manipur. The DG informed us that the Manipur police had recently arrested a girl, rather a lady, who was dealing in drugs. This lady was both a user and a dealer. However, after she was sent to jail, the parents came to meet the DGP the next day and with a shocking request. They requested that the 5-year-old daughter of the lady be allowed to stay with the woman in jail. Shocked, the DGP asked why. The parents informed that from the time the lady was pregnant with the child and subsequently when the child was suckling from her mother, the lady was already a user from then. Today, this 5-year-old child is unable to sleep without suckling her mother. Such is the tragic and sad story of the menace of drugs. But then, however emotional and tragic and sad that story was, in 1990 I thought this is very sorry that it happened, but this is far away in Manipur. Today, my dear friends, this may become a reality in our state.
In Meghalaya's collective battle against substance abuse, community participation has emerged as one of the most powerful forces for change. DREAM, understanding the deep-rooted influence of community networks, has reached out to a wide variety of stakeholders, including community leaders, youth groups, religious leaders, and even the families of substance users. These individuals who live and breathe the pulse of their neighborhoods have a far more personal and impactful reach than government bodies alone ever could. Their involvement is not just supportive, it is essential. Without the active participation of the community, the dream of a drug-free Meghalaya will remain just that, a dream. Rehabilitation may mark the beginning of recovery, but the real journey to transformation begins afterwards with reintegration into society through meaningful work. Recognizing this, the Mission Director of DREAM launched an innovative program to offer vocational training directly within rehabilitation centers. This step is more than symbolic, it is strategic. To implement this vision, DREAM joined hands with several respected institutions like the Don Bosco Technical School, the Meghalaya State Skills Development Society, the Industrial Training Institute, and Bosco Integrated Development Society, among others. Training sessions have already been conducted at 2 key centers in Shillong, one at the New Hope De-Addiction Center for Men at Mau Diang Diang, and the other at New Hope De-Addiction Center for Women at Mau Kasiang. The response has been deeply encouraging. Inmates, many of whom once felt left behind by society, have voluntarily come forward, eager to acquire skills and reclaim their place in the world. The success of these early efforts has inspired DREAM to scale up with plans to extend similar programs to other parts of the state. When law enforcement evolves with empathy and precision, the battle against drugs gains a formidable ally. DREAM's collaboration with the Meghalaya Police is not merely operational, is visionary. Together, they've set in motion several capacity-building initiatives that enhance both technical capability and community integration. 9 dog handlers from the state police are being trained in Bengaluru to become part of an elite canine unit capable of sniffing out narcotics even in the most concealed circumstances. In tandem with this, Dream and the Meghalaya police have also focused on empowering village defense parties by training VDPs who are embedded within communities. The initiative creates a vital bridge between formal law enforcement and local watchfulness, making the fight against drugs both stronger and smarter. Dream's approach to drug prevention starts early, very early. There is a strong belief that if we can shape the minds of children while they are still forming their worldview, we can protect an entire generation. This belief underpins an ambitious strategy to introduce substance abuse awareness in classrooms as early as class 2 through class 5. But given the vast number of schools across Meghalaya, it is simply not feasible for Dream or government staff to reach each one. That is why Dream, in collaboration with Suncare Center for Neurology and Mental Health, has proposed a sustainable solution, equipping schools with trained counselors. The counselors will be more than advisors, they will become the emotional and moral guides of the students. A dedicated 1-month course has been designed to train teachers in basic counseling, with the government subsidizing half the course fee. It's a small investment with the potential for a lifelong impact. To fight any epidemic, we must first understand its reach, and drug abuse is no exception. Unfortunately, Meghalaya lacks a comprehensive, up-to-date data on the extent of substance abuse in the state. The last survey, conducted by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment in 2019, only covered 3 districts, offering a fragmented view. In response, Dream has forged a groundbreaking partnership with Sankardev College, supported by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, to launch a statewide survey, the first of its kind in Meghalaya and among the first in India. The pilot will soon begin in Shillong and promises to generate invaluable insights. Crucially, this initiative includes the Meghalaya Users Forum as a key implementation partner, ensuring the survey reflects the lived experience of those most affected. Dream's commitment to inclusivity is perhaps best reflected in its collaboration with the Meghalaya Users Forum. Rather than treating individuals in recovery as passive recipients of aid, Dream sees them as partners, as critical allies in building a more compassionate and effective support system. One of the most meaningful expressions of this partnership has been Dream's decision to source catering service for all its official events from the members of the Meghalaya Users Forum. This initiative, though simple, sends a powerful message, that is, dignity and economic opportunity should go together with recovery. Dream believes that if other government departments adopt similar models, the ripple effect could normalize support for former users and further dismantle harmful stigma.
Marketing lari ngadi confident but ada itu ka member of Meghalaya User Forum thì squad bạn ai cũng lấy i mission director trong cái dream i ba Francis ba ila olat ini bangin Sofia ka sha jembam ni ka meeting tak sini bat ka long ru kum ka jing yo men siap i ban khnang ban yo yang haki kejat trong ladi.
Hi everyone, I'm Jerry. I'm the president of Meghalaya Users Forum. Firstly, I'm very grateful to the mission director of Dream for giving us this opportunity to work together with the Dream project. So I feel like this is a great initiative involving our boys who come from a background of addiction, and I feel like even our boys can give a message to the world, to the society that even though we came from that background, we can recover, we can still do good in life, that recovery is possible, and yes, we do recover.
During community engagement, a concerning issue came to light. Several areas in Shillong, such as Jhalupara, Lom Survey, Thembijoy, etc., have become areas for suspected drug activity. What makes the problem more difficult is the jurisdictional divide. These areas fall under the Shillong Cantonment Board, where state police and local leaders have limited authority. the absence of oversight has turned them into grey zones. Dream responded swiftly by initiating dialogue with the CEO of the Cantonment Board along with SP City Shillong. An inspection was conducted alongside local headmen and several action steps were agreed upon, including the installation of CCTV cameras in certain hotspot zones and the verification of tenants by the police. These measures represent a first step in reclaiming control over these neglected pockets and restoring safety for all residents. True awareness campaigns must evolve with time, and Dream has embraced that evolution wholeheartedly. In a creative departure from conventional methods, Dream has designed a calendar to be distributed to every household. More than just a timekeeper, this calendar serves as a daily reminder of hope, support, and information. Each page features vivid imagery, motivational quotes tailored for youth, and a QR code that links to a list of available rehab and de-addiction centers. It is a subtle but powerful presence in people's homes, quietly encouraging awareness every day of the year. In parallel, Dream has joined forces with Shillong Lajong FC to launch a 6-month community outreach campaign that speaks the language of the youth, football. This campaign doesn't just warn against drug abuse, it champions empathy, celebrates rehabilitation, and encourages the formation of healthy peer groups. In a state where football is more than a sport, this initiative will make waves in the most unexpected but effective ways. Dream's vision has always centered around youth, protecting them, empowering them, and giving them a voice in the fight against drugs. Dream has reached out to schools and colleges to build a network of student ambassadors. Collaborations with institutions like St. Edmund's College and St. Anthony's College have resulted in creative projects, including a short play on drug awareness that will soon be broadcast on Dream's social media channels. But Dream hasn't stopped at creativity. On the 4th of April 2025, the first cohort of college interns officially joined the Dream internship program, marking a milestone in student engagement. These interns will contribute to ongoing campaigns, research, and community events. Meanwhile, forums such as the focus group discussions led by St. Edmund's College are bringing together students, faculty, and policy experts to discuss real solutions. And through partnerships with colleges like Sankar Dev, the teachers and students are participating in vital research, playing a direct role in the UNODC BAG statewide drug survey. Sometimes the best ideas come from beyond our borders. In its quest to build a stronger recovery framework, Dream undertook a study tour to Kerala, a state widely recognized for its progressive and effective approach to drug rehabilitation. The visit proved to be more than just informative, it was a turning point. It brought into sharp focus a critical gap in Meghalaya's own infrastructure, that is, detoxification. As the first and most essential step in rehabilitation journey, detoxification lays the foundation for recovery. Yet, in Meghalaya, this crucial service remains severely underdeveloped. Currently, only 2 government-run detox centers operate in the entire state, one at Shillong Civil Hospital and another at Tura Civil Hospital. The growing demand, however, calls for at least one such facility in each district, with major urban areas like Shillong, Tura, and Nongstoin requiring multiple centers to serve their populations effectively. While private detox centers are available, their high costs make them inaccessible to many in need. The study tour to Kerala not only offered a proven blueprint for how detox centers could be structured and delivered, but also instilled a renewed sense of urgency. Inspired by Kerala's model, Dream returned with a clearer vision and a stronger resolve to address this vital shortfall back home. But infrastructure alone isn't enough. Detox centers require skilled professionals, particularly psychiatrists, to provide comprehensive care. Here too, Meghalaya faces a formidable challenge, an acute shortage of psychiatrists. This scarcity has become a significant obstacle to the state's efforts to expand its network of detox centers, no matter how strong the intent or how urgent the need. In seeking solutions, Dream turned once again to Kerala. Kerala produces approximately 72 psychiatrists a year, a stark contrast to the situation in Meghalaya. Seeing an opportunity for collaboration, Dream initiated a dialogue with the Kerala Psychiatric Society, who responded positively to the idea of working with the Meghalaya government. The proposal to bring psychiatrists from Kerala to Meghalaya on a contractual basis has been well received in Kerala. This could help the state temporarily bridge its human resource gap while it builds long-term mental health capacity. The discussions are ongoing at the highest levels of government and have been met with promising support. If successful, this partnership will do more than just fill vacancies. It will lay the groundwork for a more resilient and inclusive mental health ecosystem in Meghalaya. In this story of interstate collaboration, inspiration has led to action. What began as a study tour has evolved into a shared mission to ensure that every individual in Meghalaya has access to the care they need at the very first step of recovery.
I appeal to each and every one of you. Together we can make a difference. Together we can save lives. Join us in our mission to build a Meghalaya free of drugs. The fight is not just ours, it is all of us. Thank you.